Here's Justin. Most small business owners do not wake up excited to browse marketing directories. They arrive there after months of confusion, mixed advice, and websites that look fine but somehow fail to convince anyone to call. At that point, a directory promising certified experts sounds comforting, authoritative, and possibly expensive. The StoryBrand Certified Guide Directory has become one of those places business owners hear about through podcasts, books, or well-meaning peers who say things like, "You should really talk to a StoryBrand guide." The problem is that no one explains what the directory actually is, how to use it properly, or how to avoid choosing the wrong guide for the wrong job. This video breaks that down in plain English without assuming you already speak fluent marketing. To start, let's talk about what the StoryBrand Certified Guide Directory actually is. It is not a freelancer marketplace, and it is not a list of recommended vendors who paid for visibility. It is an official directory of marketing professionals who have completed StoryBrand certification and ongoing recertification. In practical terms, that means every guide in the directory has invested serious time and money into learning how to apply the StoryBrand framework correctly. This framework focuses on helping customers quickly understand what you do, why it matters, and what they should do next without forcing them to decode clever language or vague positioning. However, certification does not mean every guide offers the same services, works with the same industries, or charges the same rates. It simply means they share a common strategic language and methodology. Now, here's why small business owners get stuck using the directory. Most people open the directory, see dozens or hundreds of profiles, and immediately freeze. It feels a bit like standing in the cereal aisle while hungry and tired, except every box claims to change your life. The mistake many business owners make is browsing profiles without knowing what problem they're actually trying to solve. Without clarity, every guide looks equally qualified and equally confusing. Before you touch the directory filters, you need to answer one simple question for yourself. What do I actually need help with right now? Then here's how to use the directory without overthinking it. The directory works best when you treat it like a decision tool rather than a browsing experience. Filters exist for a reason, and ignoring them usually leads to wasted time and mismatched conversations. Location filters help if you want someone in your time zone or country, but remote work means geography matters far less than it used to. Skill filters matter more because some guides focus heavily on messaging while others specialize in websites, email marketing, or full marketing systems. Budget filters are not about finding the cheapest option. They exist to prevent uncomfortable conversations where expectations do not align. A guide who normally works on full website projects may not be the right fit if you only want a 1-hour clarity session. Industry keywords inside profiles are also useful, especially for service-based businesses. A guide who understands professional services will approach your messaging very differently from someone who mostly works with e-commerce brands. Here's what StoryBrand Certified Guides actually do. A StoryBrand Certified Guide helps you clarify your message so customers understand you faster and trust you sooner. That clarity often shows up in very practical deliverables, such as a brand script, a clear one-liner, improved website structure, or a lead generator that explains your value without overwhelming people. Some guides stop at strategy and messaging. Others implement everything for you, including websites, email funnels, and content. Neither approach is better by default. The right approach depends on your capacity, budget, and appetite for doing some of the work yourself. From a StoryBrand and duct tape marketing perspective, clarity always comes before tactics. If someone jumps straight into ads, SEO, or content without fixing your core message, results tend to be expensive and underwhelming. Then you need to consider individual guides versus certified agencies. The directory includes both individual guides and certified agencies, and this distinction matters more than people realize. Individual guides often provide hands-on access to the certified experts and work well for small teams that want focused help without layers of process. Agencies tend to offer broader execution across multiple channels, which suits growing businesses with bigger goals and bigger budgets. Neither option is wrong. The mistake is choosing an agency when you only need clarity, or choosing a solo guide when you actually need full implementation support. Now, here are questions you should ask before hiring anyone. Certification tells you someone has been trained. It does not tell you how they work, how they communicate, or whether they are right for your business. Good questions focus on process, outcomes, and fits. Ask how they measure success, how long projects typically take, and what happens if something needs to change mid-process. Ask who you will actually be working with week to week. If answers feel vague or overly polished without substance, pay attention. Clarity should start in the sales conversation. Here's the real value of the directory. The real value of the StoryBrand Certified Guide Directory is not that it gives you options. It's that it narrows the field to people who speak the same strategic language and understand that clarity drives growth. Most marketing does not fail because business owners lack effort. It fails because customers feel confused, uncertain, or unsure of what to do next. The directory exists to solve that problem at the messaging level before more money is spent on noise. If you want to experience what clarity feels like before hiring anyone, start smaller. Download my free 5-minute marketing fix and get one clear sentence that explains what you do, who it's for, and why it matters. Once that sentence makes sense, every marketing decision gets easier. You can download it for free in the description below or go to strategicmarketingtribe.com/fix. But what about you? Can you use StoryBrand without hiring someone? I'll go first. You can try, but most people struggle to apply the framework to themselves. It's like trying to read the label from inside the bottle. Guides bring perspective and structure. Okay, your turn. Have you ever tried to DIY StoryBrand? Let me know in the comments. I'm Vicky Sidler from the Strategic Marketing Tribe, and I post helpful news updates for small businesses every day.